Hi everyone, we are back again with a new series that is related to UPSC only. It's nothing but art and culture series. It's also the part of UPSC as we all know this in prelims and in mains also. It is an important topic while dealing with art and culture. So today we are going to start our new series, that is art and culture series. Okay. So the first thing, when we think about whatever the subjects, even if it is art and culture, in history, geography, polity, whatever it is, we have to firstly understand the syllabus. Okay, what are the things we have to cover and how we can approach, how we will create our approach, how we will approach towards the subjects. It's very important thing. Okay, so for that we have to understand that what are the sources available for us. So here, what are the important sources we can depend to complete, to cover all this, the syllabus of art and culture? Okay, so here you can see that in plus one, an introduction to Indian art part 1. So first you can refer that. Then plus 2, plus 1 also there is another thing, that another chapter, that is a living craft tradition of India. That's also you can depend for getting the informations. Then CCRT material is also there. As is very famous, that Nitin Singhania sir's Indian art and culture book. It's very famous while studying in this art and culture part. It's very important book we have to consider for the success of our what we can say, that the learning point, that points what we can create with a full of ideas. So that is Nitin Singhania sir's Indian art and culture. Then definitely we can't even avoid that previous year question papers. Previous year question papers, while you are dealing with that, we have to analyze the topics. Which are the topics they have give much more importance. Okay, you have to collect that topics and you have to try to prepare your own notes. Don't depend on any other notes. Any others notes they have already prepared, that don't even depend, that it will not work out in your case. So you have to refer the topics, which are the topics they covered in the previous years mostly, which are the lovely topics for UPSC. Okay, you can find it out that, and you have to create your own note for that. It's very, very important topic, important thing. You have to keep that. And the next is what we already said, that current affairs related articles, current affairs related articles related to art and culture, current affairs related. That is how this art and culture is related with the current affairs. It's a question in your mind. There's nothing but, we all know that Padma Awards is every year it is releasing. Okay, Padma Awards. So which are the awardees, and you have to find all those things related to that news. And then we are getting some news and articles related to that UNESCO, and at the same time that art theft that has happened in from our country, and that taking back the arts which have already thefted by this colonial times, colonial peoples. Okay, so if there is any related news you're getting while this dealing with the current affairs, it also helps too. Okay, then we can if we need, we can depend for NCERT textbooks also. I'm not even insisted to follow all this one. You can prefer any 2 or 3 materials in this, any 2 or 3 materials. Okay, so from that you have to insist that you have to Nitin Singhania sir's is I can refer this book. It's very helpful in my own preparation time also. It helps me very much. So you can prepare, you can depend this book blindly. It will help you definitely, 100%. It will help you to get an idea. So you have to read this book at least one. I will not say that it is once, okay, at least twice. If you're getting the time, at least twice you have to read this book. Then this plus 1, an introduction to Indian art part 1 also. Then living craft tradition of India. This is enough to getting an overall idea about this one. Then you have to do the things that previous year question papers. Okay, don't even to go and try to solve these question papers. You have to analyze the question papers and which are the topics, which are the main important topics that asked the questions in a previous time. You have to analyze that and try to prepare your own notes for that. It definitely helps you out. That is 100% sure. Okay, so these are the important sources you can depend for art and culture while your preparation time. And thus then the important thing is, as you said, that Yeah, which that syllabus, which are the important things we have to cover while learning this art and culture part. It's also important because we have to start our journey while understanding all these things. Okay, so we can what we can say that divide this main syllabus into three parts, that is Indian art forms, Indian literature, Indian architecture. So you can divide for the easiness of our understanding purpose. I just did this one. So Indian art forms, classical dance forms is there, folk dance forms is there, classical music is there, puppetry is there, pottery is there, drama or theatre forms of that art forms is there. Then in the case of literature, classical Sanskrit is there, literature is there, literature in Pali and Prakrit languages, okay, early Dravidian literature is there, medieval literature is there, and which are the whom are the women poets of Bhakti Kal. It's very important. I think in some years it is the question is repeatedly, okay. Then other thing is the trends in medieval literature. What are the trends in medieval literature? That's also there. And in the case of architecture, Harappan architecture, temple architecture, cave architecture, Indo-Islamic architecture, modern architecture, Jainism and the development of Indian architecture, rock cut architecture, colonial architecture, modern period, etc., etc. is there. Okay, so this is the thing we have to cover when we study about this art and culture for UPSC. And I have to say something more, that when in my preparation time, what did I did that when I just started to prepare this art and culture, not I can say that it is not an isolated subject. So art and culture is not an isolated subject. That when we study about this art and culture, it is all related to the history part. It is all related to the history part, in ancient history and medieval history. It's all much related to this part of history. So while preparing the history also, you can prepare the notes for art and culture. Otherwise, while preparing this art and culture, in the same time you can get the idea of this the culture, the history of at that time, and the economy also. The economic also in that time's economy also, you will get a clear idea according to that. In Gupta time, it's a peak of our golden time. We all knows that, okay. So how it is affected, how it is related to the wealth, that in structure of architecture and art times also, how this is related. So all these things are interrelated. So I think I can say that it's an integrated, it will help an integrated study for cover all these things, I think. Okay, so you also it will help to you also, you will follow such an approach while preparing this one, art and culture. It's very interesting topic, I think, because in art and culture only you can add some pictures and some structures while preparing your notes. It's really helps to you, and it will make you happy while preparing the notes also. So it's an advantage, I think. Okay, so when we study this architecture, economic power of that time is also, we will get to know that one. That's why I just say that it's an integrated subject. Okay, so we are going to deal this one firstly, that is art and culture. So we will start the series today itself. So immediately we will get that you will get that notes related videos in the coming days. So please just have a look at this, and if it is helpful for your preparation, do follow us. Thank you.